everybody. So I decided to make this little video about Africa, like tips and tricks and stuff, because I thought about it and I was like, let me share this. So yeah, I'm gonna make it real quick, and I'm wearing this because it's 40 degrees in Georgia. I don't like the cold. I like Florida weather right now. So we're gonna get into it. So as y'all know, I went to Kenya, Ethiopia, Ghana, South Africa, did all that in 2 months. Now this is what I would suggest for you to do if you're gonna go to Ethiopia. Bring a translator, bring a driver. When I say bring, just get one, because unless you speak their native language, it's gonna be really hard to get around. A lot of them, English is not their first language, and even if you use Bolt, they still not gonna understand you sometimes. Cause me and my friend, sometimes we're like, we're gonna give up. We don't want to do this anymore. But we invested a lot of money. Also, if you're gonna go to Africa, I would put away like a grand per country, not per country, a grand per city if you're gonna be there for a week. If you want to live comfortably, if not, I think you may be okay with probably $500 for a week in each city if you want to just live like the locals. The other thing is data service. So in Ethiopia, they have their own phone service. So when you go to the airport, get your SIM card. If not, you can rely on like a Wi-Fi hotspot, stuff like that. If you purchase that, I use Holofly for the countries I visited, which is Kenya, South Africa, and Ghana. It worked very well. I got the unlimited data, so it's like $65 a month. What's great about it is that you can use it for WhatsApp. They also give you a European number. I didn't find that useful. You really need like a number that's based in that country for it to work. But anyway, and then the other thing about WhatsApp is that a lot of like restaurants, spas, businesses, they use WhatsApp to communicate. So you can actually call them on WhatsApp. So fantastic. I'm going to look at my computer to remember everything I'm going to talk about. So don't mind me. Also the spas. So the spas are really cheap. So when me and my friend, we went to this like traditional spa, I think it was in Ethiopia. I think it was like $13, and they wrap you up in all this shea butter and they steam you from under. I was choking. Smelled like charcoal. I smelled like charcoal. It was great. Then they wrap you in like this plastic and get your body all soft and rub you down. It was intense, but it's traditional. So, and then if you want to go to the spa, get the American, treat. That's probably, I don't know. It's less than 100. I know I got my eyebrows waxed for $3. Got my hair cut for $5 in Accra. It was really nice, bougie salon. I would say the haircut. What he was doing, homeboy knew what he was doing. I would give him $50 in the States. Like that's how good of a job he did. And then to get your hair braided, it's not a big deal there. I mean, honestly, the max you should be paying is $20, and you have multiple people on your head. Now, thing about Accra, Ghana, there's a thing called CP time, like in the States with us. Well, it's definitely real there. So be patient. If it takes 7 hours, it takes 7 hours. It's $20. And just enjoy your time there. Bring a book. Watch a video. All right. Now, if you go to South Africa, the spas there are fabulous. Now, those are like the bougie spas, like me and my friend went to in Sandston, I think it's called. That's the area. But we went there, and it was under $50. And we got a foot massage, a foot soak, the foot scrub. Then we got a whole like stretch, a massage, all that. I mean, what? And then when I went to Accra, I didn't mention this spa, so I think it's called like Safari or something. But it's a spa. Well, it's a resort, and they have a spa. I think I paid $55. Two people worked on me for 1 hour. Did the bottom part, did my legs. The other person did above me. I could move more than I thought I could. Now, I will give you this. If you get a DTS massage, you're going to be in pain if you're not used to that, if you've been tight. So drink a lot of water after. Continue to drink water maybe the next day or two. Okay? All right. Now, what surprised me in Ghana? I know the majority of the religion there is Christian, but guess what? It's all prostitutes. Prostitutes, what? Licking lollipops inside the street at 4 o'clock in the morning. Just bold out there near the lounges in the middle of the street. So don't be surprised. Also in Daini, I will not be visiting there ever again. Just The prostitution was alive and well. And as a person of color, me and my friend went to this nice little bar, and something was a little off, because I realized that like all the black girls I saw that were around our age were with white men. And then I realized why that was. And then I was like, we should leave, because I'm not signing up for what I'm seeing here. If you understand the life that is there, you will understand why it happens. In my video, I posted a picture in a bar that basically tells you that this is just the life, I guess, that's accepted there. Even at the bar, like, why is that picture up there with a black man with a white woman and saying what it's saying? So if you're gonna go to Annie, stay at a resort, please. If you don't want to see that. And then with the drivers, again, book a driver. A driver shouldn't be more than $70 for the whole day. And if anything, it should be less. You're going to pay for gas, but if you're splitting with your friends, it's going to be really cheap. I say that because Ubers are going to be hard to get if you're partying at night. It's just, everybody's out. The other thing is that if you have asthma, breathing issues, unless you order Uber, Comfort, Bolt, the windows are going to be down, AC is not going to be running, you're going to be burning up and you can barely breathe. I had a face mask on because sometimes Comfort wasn't available, so I ordered the basic one. Also, sometimes the cars feel like they're not really drivable. So if so safety can be a concern as well. So just consider all of those things. It was safe. Like, the drivers are very safe. So there is that. They would get you where you need to go. But if you're not used to that, just book a driver. Okay, just find a driver. And if you don't have one, let me know. I'll get you one. How to avoid foreign fees. So when you're abroad, typically when you're using a credit card, a debit card, you're gonna have fees. So the way to get around that is to get a Capital One travel card, which I will send you a referral code if you want to get that. The other one is to get a Charles Schwab card. That's going to be one of those few cards, it's not only cards you can use, that you don't have to have a credit card. I think it's like a debit card, and then you just have to have a checking account and a savings account, and that's what you can use. And when you use the ATM, you will not have to deal with those fees. So fabulous, right? The other thing I do like about Capital One is that if you have fraudulent charges, it may let you know. Unfortunately, it locks your card. Go through the whole process, get unlocked, but it lets you know. The other thing is that you can file a claim, and it's very easy. You just click on what the issue is. I think I was charged twice at a restaurant, and they resolved it very quickly. So Capital One's really great to use. Also, if you get it first time, I think the first year or so, you don't have to deal with those like large fees. I think it's like whatever you call that. Mm-hmm. Also, before you leave the States, get a travel plan so you can use it abroad. My friend has T-Mobile. She got a travel plan, so she could use it abroad. If you're not going to do that and you want to use a SIM card that's in that country that you're visiting, or use Holofly, which has eSIM, you need to make sure to unlock your iPhone or your Android. If not, good luck. The other thing, I'm trying to roll over here. So make sure you get travel insurance. I think I paid $220 for like $5 million worth of coverage, 0 copay. So always get travel insurance, because you never know what will happen. You may get really sick. You may need to fly straight to the U.S., whatever your home country is, real quick. I will say some hospitals in some areas, you just have to think about where you're at. So I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, so the other thing is, I talked about Annie, the haircuts. Oh yeah, I don't know if I talked about the languages. So I told this guy in the U.S., you only need to know one language. Preferably, it's good to know Spanish. He thought it was a joke. So the countries I visited, I don't know if it's for all African countries, but they typically speak 3 languages. So they speak, they'll be taught English, the language that's in their area, their tribe, and then they have like their state language. So yeah. And then the other thing, yeah, I think that's like about like everything I wanted to go over, guys. Oh yeah, customs. Okay, so before you go to any country, Always learn their customs. It's very disrespectful if you visit and you're like, oh, you're going to adapt to my customs because I'm spending money in your country. That's disrespectful. Don't never do that. So when you go to Ghana, you may realize that they may not look you directly in your eyes. So that's a custom there. It's like something cultural. So when you talk to somebody that is Ghanaian, and I'm not saying do this to everybody. Some of them are adapted to our own culture. But, if you're going to talk to a chief, let's say, you want to, I have to share it here, right? So you're going to position your body sideways like this. And you're just, you can look at their eyes, but then you also want to look away. You don't always stare directly in their eyes. You don't cross your legs. That's a sign of disrespect. And then when you go to somebody's house, it's typical that you bring something. And then you walk the person out the house, which we do in the States. And then if you're coming to visit and they have family here in the States, be prepared to bring some stuff back. It's not to be mean. It's not to take up your suitcase. It's just how it is. So be prepared, okay? Also, if they will feed you. And it's also disrespectful if you're like, you know what, I don't want to eat your food. Now, if you have dietary allergies, of course, like I can't eat peanut soup. I'm allergic to peanuts. But I mean, like, be open-minded, okay? You're in their country. Try their food. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Okay? Also, they will feed you. They will feed you. So me and my friend, we went to this Ethiopian restaurant and didn't know I was eating raw beef. It's a delicacy there. I think it's called ketfu. Yeah, they will take a spoon and they will feed you. If somebody's birthday, they would feed you cake. It's not weird at all. It's how they express love, and it's a beautiful thing. I love their culture. Okay. So if you need to locate your bags, or you want somebody to locate you, get Tile. You can get it from Amazon, and you can put it in your bags. I actually used it briefly for my mom to track me, because she downloaded the app and she can track where I'm at, because where I'm at, my bags are at, because I got my purse with me all the time. But it's really useless to track your luggage, and you can sign up for their like little plan, and if your luggage is lost, they can pay for it. Right. Well, yeah, okay. I'm trying to remember everything, but I think that's everything. But yeah, so basically when you travel, have cash with you. Also, be very mindful of that. In Ethiopia, you may have to go to several ATMs if you plan to take out like $100 in USD. I think the most they can do is about like 50 USD in their currency. They just don't have enough cash in their ATM, which, I mean, when you look at our own currency compared to theirs, I mean, of course, they probably wouldn't have as much because our currency goes a lot further. For example, to get espresso is 50 cents. So to get espresso here at Starbucks is like $3.50. So things are very, very cheap. I mean, even the Airbnb I stayed in, that was in a very rich part of town. That was $500 for the week. Was it $500? No, it was $350 for the week, and it was a 3-bedroom. So it just shows that our money does go further. So some places you don't need a lot of cash. The other thing, if you're gonna carry cash, always carry a fanny pack. Actually, it may be better yet to even have a bag that's underneath your jacket. So yeah, I also want to mention this about South Africa. I was told several times, don't go to South Africa, it's not safe. They're gonna steal your things. Particularly Cape Town and Johannesburg. Okay, like, I'm gonna be quite honest. There's some places in Chicago, some places in Atlanta, you should not be wandering around with all your belongings out. It's not any more unsafe than any other place here in the States. So I'm gonna say that. The other thing is, there's a whole lot of Europeans in Africa. They just vacation there. So don't let anybody tell you Africa's not safe. I can't go to Africa. Like, no, do your research like any other place you go to in Europe, any place you go to in the U.S. There's some parts that are safe, some parts that aren't. Typically, bordering countries, they may have wars, so you're not going to go there. You can always go to the U.S. government. I think it's like the embassy site or something, and you can go check to see if it's safe or not. I think they have like warnings. But yeah, it's just use your common sense, y'all. Like Africa is not the whole. First of all, they got like 50 plus countries, so the whole continent isn't bad. I look at America, what's going on right now, and I'm like, ooh. I compare y'all to some countries in Africa. Y'all tiptoeing. So if you're gonna go to Africa, you're gonna have a good time. Be open minded. Be kind. Do your research. Definitely, use travel apps like Avatar, freetour.com, to this book tour. Freetour.com has free tours, so that's why it's called that. Sometimes they don't have free tours, but they're mainly known for free tours. Join apps like Girl of Travel, Facebook page, and just connect with people before you go there if you're not comfortable. But if you go by yourself again, I traveled and gone by myself a little bit, so I was fine. I came back in my whole piece. I actually didn't want to go. Didn't want to leave, actually. But alrighty, y'all. I think I'm good. I hope you're good. And I wish you a blessed Merry Day. Whee!